heavens, the Soviets actually did it.
Did you know that the moment humanity first walked on the moon wasn't just the triumph of one mission, but the finale of a race filled with fear, ambition, risk, political pressure, and thousands of tiny decisions that almost went wrong? This is the story of how human beings, fragile, breakable, ordinary, managed to cross the 384,000 kilometers between Earth and the moon and return home alive. In 1957, the world woke up to beep, beep, beep. Sputnik had been launched. The Soviet Union was ahead, and the United States panicked. That tiny metal sphere did more than orbit Earth. It lit a fire that shaped the next decade. In 1958, NASA was created with one mission: catch up or fall behind forever. Early rockets exploded, engines failed, test pilots risked their lives. But step by step, technology evolved. The Mercury 7, America's first astronauts trained in centrifuges, isolation tanks, high-G flights, and claustrophobic capsules barely bigger than a fridge. They weren't superheroes. They were young men who simply didn't fear the unknown. President John F. Kennedy stood before Congress and announced a goal that sounded impossible. We choose to go to the moon, not because it is easy, but because it is hard. From that moment, the United States wasn't trying to reach space. It was trying to reach history. Behind the astronauts were thousands of engineers, writers of checklists, designers of switches, welders of rocket panels, mathematicians calculating every path. The lunar module with its golden foil and spider-like legs was the first spacecraft designed solely for alien soil.
Holding steady. Oxygen pressure is good.
Affirmative. Continue ascent.
The Saturn V, 110 meters tall, 3 million parts, remains the most powerful machine ever flown. July 16, 1969, Apollo 11 stood ready. At ignition, the ground trembled, the engines roared, and the dreams of humanity lifted off with it. 3 astronauts, Armstrong, Aldrin, and Collins, traveled days through silent darkness. Their spacecraft no larger than a small room. They read checklists. They inspected systems. They stared at the moon growing larger through tiny windows. When the lunar module began descent, alarms rang. Computer overload. Fuel ran low. Debris fields filled the landing zone. Armstrong took manual control. Silence. Dust. Then a single call. Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. Armstrong stepped down first, followed by Aldrin. Not as Americans, not as soldiers, but as humans. They left experiments, footprints, and a plaque that still sits there today. We came in peace for all mankind. After collecting samples and data, the astronauts reunited in orbit. They traveled home, plunged through Earth's atmosphere, and splashed into the Pacific Ocean. The world celebrated. Humanity had crossed the void and returned. So tell me, was the moon reached through bravery, innovation, or the sheer determination to push beyond what seemed possible? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy seeing history rebuilt in handcrafted miniature worlds, consider subscribing to AI What Stories. Your support helps me keep bringing these tiny battles and big moments back to life. Thank you so much.